So with the French Open starting in a couple of hours' time, I thought it'd be a good idea to go through last-minute predictions, and not just the usual predictions of who's going to win the tournament, but a lot more detailed predictions. And at the end of the tournament, we can see how many I get right, or more likely, how many I get wrong. So for this one, I think Tsitsipas is going to have a better tournament than Medvedev. I know it's a little bit tougher, maybe with Alcaraz in the way, but I don't know. I just don't feel like Medvedev is going to have the best event, even though he is coming in with some good form. I think Tsitsipas is going to have a better event than Medvedev in this one. I think the qualifiers that are going to do well on the men and women's side, I think Karatsev, who also proved in Madrid that he can do well on the clay, I think he's going to be the best of the qualies in the men's draw. And I think on the women's side, Andreeva, she's been on such a good run at the moment. She's also won a bunch of tournaments on clay. I think those two are the ones to watch, and they're going to have the best results as the qualifiers. When it comes to fastest serve, I've got to go with Bublik for the men and Sabalenka for the ladies. I think they're going to hit big serves. I don't know if they're going to go as far in the event as maybe some predict. Bublik, I don't think he likes playing on clay, but doesn't mean he can't hit the biggest serve in a first-round loss. The players that I think are going to have an unseeded run, making the fourth round or further, I think it's going to be Jarry on the men's side. He's been so good on the clay and had some really big wins on the clay this season. And on the women's side, I think Vondrousova is going to have a great run at the French Open as an unseeded player. Has made a final here before, so she knows how to play at this tournament. So out of these two, I think Swiatek will do the better out of the two, better than Sabalenka will in the draw. Of course, the 1 and 2 in the world, and they're both playing for the number 1 ranking as this time, but I'm going to go with Swiatek to have a better run than Sabalenka at this one. So this is a little bit of a strange category, but I'm going to go with the Czech Republic to have the most wins as a collective on the men and women's tour, and also just ahead of America, who have a lot of players as well, but I think the Czech Republic will be the most winningest country in this one. All right, top 10 upsets. I think FAA, Felix Auger-Aliassime, who's also coming in with an injury, I think he will have a big upset in the first week. And I think Coco Gauff might be upset in the first week on the ladies' side of things. When it comes to dark horses, I'm going to go with Haddad Maia on the ladies' side. A little bit of an outside pick. She has played well on the clay in doubles, so I'm going to say that she is my dark horse for the event. On the men's side, I'm going to go with Karin Khachanov, who is very good on clay, but he's also made 2 semifinals back-to-back at Grand Slam, so they're my dark horses for this event. Of course, the men's world number 1 ranking at stake, and Djokovic and Alcaraz fighting for that ranking amongst Medvedev as well, but I think Djokovic is going to have a better tournament than Alcaraz at the French Open this year. My hot take for the event, I think Medvedev and Sabalenka are not going to do as well as maybe everyone thinks. Of course, Sabalenka having won Madrid and Medvedev having the best season on clay for his whole career. I think both of them are going to lose early. Maybe not the first 2 rounds, but I don't think they're going to go as far as everyone thinks. So we're getting into the serious stuff now. Who is going to make it into the semifinals? I think we're going to have Swiatek taking on Jabeur in one of the semifinals. And I think Pegula and Kasatkina are going to meet in the other semifinal on the women's side. On the men's side, I think it's going to be Djokovic and Tsitsipas in the top half of the draw. And in the bottom half of the draw, I think we're going to get Sinner taking on Rune in the semifinals. And the big one, who is going to win the tournament? I'm going to go with the boring answers. Djokovic, Swiatek, they're my 2 picks to win this event. Let me know down in the comments below, what are your predictions out of the categories that we've just gone through? Give me your thoughts down below, and we'll see at the end of the tournament if any of us get it right. But they're my predictions for the French Open of 2023, and we'll do a recap at the end of the tournament to see how many I actually got right.